I could still hear
Oh, yeah.
your voice in my in
I want to
your-
hear a story.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so this one is a little fucking gross. So if you're about to eat something, don't
No,
eat
no,
anything.
it's okay.
No?
And it might fuck up your appetite. Oh, okay.
I
But
consider myself-
let me tell you, okay? So I used to work as a public health worker, right? And I stopped my contract, whatever. They asked me to come back, but I couldn't. So then after, I also have qualifications to be a lifeguard, which is what I am right now. Okay, so fast forward a little bit. I get an email from the city asking me to work because they're understaffed. So then they want me to do some training, right? But what I had applied for was like customer service because I don't want to fucking just sit and look at the water for like a few hours straight. And when I get there, they're like if there's a part where it's just like a meeting training. It's just a meeting on like they tell you what to do. All like Parks and Rec staff like have to go through it because whatever, right? They have to do it every season. So I do that, and then they ask me like, okay, can you come to the in-person training as well? Like for lifeguarding, and I'm like, I don't really like plan on doing it, but they kept asking me, so I just like, okay, nothing, like I guess nothing could go wrong, right? That's the thing though. So I had went to a barbecue like a couple hours before that, right? And me, I don't usually eat too much, but I ate like a burger and like a hot dog or something like that. And when I got there, they did not email me like, or they did not tell me like what I was supposed to do or anything like that. If I needed to bring anything like that. So I get there and we do like all like the dry land like training, like on deck or whatever, compression, CPR, first aid, whatever the fuck. And then they asked me like, okay, everyone get changed and hop in the pool. And I'm like, yo, like what the fuck? Like no one told me to do this. No one told me to bring anything. Like, and I was just like confused. Like, okay, what do I do? So then there's this other guy, this other lifeguard there, and he's like, he's not gonna lie, he was kind of a bitch. And he told me like, oh, yo, this is your only option. It's your choice what you want to do. So I'm like, okay, fuck this. I'm just gonna do it anyway. But I didn't have any swimsuit, a towel, or anything. So what I ended up doing was I went to the bathroom, and then I went to. I didn't really have anything to change into, so I literally just took off my shorts and my shirt, and I just had my boxers on. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. Worst mistake of my life. Let me tell you, don't ever swim with what you wear in bed. That's not good at all. Not a fun adventure at all. Okay, so it hasn't even got to the worst part yet. So then they want me to do a shit ton of like cardio, whatever the fuck, like swimming, and then they start like throwing bricks in mannequins in the water, and like they're already weighted, and in water stuff is like more like heavier, I guess. And then I do all that, right?
Kind of shift it for a little bit.
And after I do that, I'm like tired as a motherfucker because I was not like actually in a pool in like a year because I got put on standby. So because I worked at the clinics, and so after I do it, I have to like, they say like, oh, you have like 40 seconds to swim all the way to the deep end, grab this like brick, bring it out of the water, and then let's like swim to the deep end, drop it there, whatever. I do that, I do the next training, I do the training after that. So after all that goes, I'm like super tired, and then they're like, okay, everyone take a little break and we can do the next training, right? And then I'm like, okay. I wasn't feeling too good, and I started feeling a little nauseous, right? So I tell them like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? Like, where's the bathroom? And they tell me where it is. I start to get dizzy. By the time I get there, I go to the sink. I don't even go to the toilet. But have you ever like been to like a movie theater or something where they have like one big sink? It has like 3 drains and like faucets, right? It's just like one big bowl. So I don't even go for the toilet, and I puke all in the sink.
Oh.
And I just like think to myself like, and then I think to myself like, fuck, what the fuck am I gonna do? Because I'm not gonna, like, I can't tell them like anything about this because I know I don't have COVID. I got tested and everything. I'm fully vaxxed, and it's just like a risk or whatever. Oh, okay. But
Sorry.
let me just grab that. Can you give me? Thank you. So
Sorry.
it's all good. It's all good. So I'm just thinking like, okay, I can't let see this, whatever the fuck. So and then I just like think to myself, okay, how can I get rid of this puke like the fastest, and so no one will notice, right? And then I'm like, okay, what do I have on me? I have nothing. I just have my boxers on me, and I just have me. So I'm like, okay. I turn all 3 of the faucets on, and I start like spreading out my my vomit, like literally like I'm playing with it, right? And just,
I
like,
can hear myself.
and they're like bits and pieces of like food that's like clogging the drain. They're like clogging the drains, and I'm grabbing those bits and pieces and putting them in one hand while like spreading it out with the other. And then I just throw the bits and pieces in the toilet, and I clean the sink, and I flush the toilet. I wash my hands. I look in the mirror. I am so fucking pale. Like my skin is like a little light, I guess, like pretty light. But holy shit, I was like pale as fuck, and I felt like really weak and tired, and like of like food that's like that I need to do. I need to finish this shit ASAP. I can't let them see the puke, the bits or whatever the fuck, because I already dealt with that. And then I hype myself up, like I jump a little bit, shit like that, just to get like blood flowing and have some water. And I'm all good. I go back like ready to do the rest of the training, and then they're like, okay, now we're gonna do rescues. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be fucking AIDS. And
So
they
it
just tell me
sounds like
okay,
me after
if this
playing
happened,
Gorilla
like,
Tag
what would
for
you
a
do
couple
in this
hours?
scenario? Like, say a kid has a bloody nose, someone's drowning, like they're unconscious in the water, whatever, and then I just respond to like how it was, and then they just told me, okay, you're good to go, you can go home.
So you're not supposed to drown children?
Oh.
No,
And that's
but-
all?
No, there you go. Yeah, and the funniest thing was that like the trainer did not know anything. The trainer did not know like what exactly was like
Oh my God.
was correct or anything like that. It was so awful. Like the trainer didn't know like about like what certain times or anything like you had, like whatever, if it was like timed or something. If there was, if like the training session like was timed like for each like activity, like how long it's supposed to be, there was someone else that has been like working as a lifeguard for years that kept on correcting her. And the thing was that after
supposed to save children
I had
that
dealt
are
with that,
bleeding?
the next few days, like I got shifts to work at a pool, right? And when I went there, I asked like, okay, is it okay? Like, do I go to these shifts? Yes or no? Like, it said yes, please attend the shifts. And I went on the Friday. And it gave me, the thing was, they gave me a super early shift too. Like, it was at like 6:40 in the morning. So I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Got ready to go, got my shit ready, left at like 6, got there at like 6:30, waited like half an hour to 45 minutes, no one showed up. There was a sign, and then I noticed there was a sign on the front door that said that they were closed on the weekdays until like 5 p.m., which is already like way past like whenever my shift would have ended. And then I email the same trainer back. And then the trainer tells me, "Oh, sorry about that. Like, we're closed because we're understaffed. Whatever the fuck." And I'm just thinking to myself, like, why the fuck would they tell me to come if they're not even open? If they're not even open. And then they only give me the contact information for the because like the way that it works is that like there's a few people that I guess are like managers, I guess, if you would call it, and in those managers they're into like different like divisions and they each like manage like several different types of pools, but it's like 5 or 6 people, and they only give me that information on who I'm supposed to contact after I'd done the training, went there, waited there for half an hour, everything. Then I asked them like, okay, do I have to go again to to my shift tomorrow, because I had a shift the next day. So they told me yes, I did, and I asked like, okay, what do I need to bring? Anything, because I know for a fact I was not gonna get an answer from this crazy bitch. And they told me, okay, just bring like a shirt, whatever, some shorts, bring a whistle, and protective gear. I'm like, okay. So then when I get there, the supervisor there tells me that I'm not in uniform, and questions to me like why I'm not in uniform.
Oh.
And
Why?
I'm like, I wasn't given a uniform. I wasn't given a uniform.
Oh.
So then I was like just thinking to myself like, okay, where can I get a uniform? Because they obviously just don't like have one for me. So I kept like just looking around, and then someone told me like over there that works there that they have this bin of like old uniforms or whatever that like the people over the years had left there. And they gave me a uniform with like dust on it, and they said like, yeah, no one's touched this box in like 4 or 5 years, but you can like take a uniform home. And I'm like, okay, I can't work without this thing, so I may as well just wear it. And I fucking wore it, nasty as shit. Never again will I ever do that.
Just look cute.
And nasty as shit, it was huge as fuck for whatever reason. Probably the other dude was huge that had it before me, and it had someone else's name on it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
Here.
Never again. I don't even fucking know, man. Like, never again will I be put under that sort of pressure to fucking go to training last minute, because that shit's fucking stupid. That shit's fucking stupid. Don't let people push you around.
I see now.
Yeah.
It's a great
It's fucking
story.
AIDS.
I love this.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people do.